Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, which of course today is Kyosho Legends, or maybe just Kyosho, certainly not a legend yet, this car. So basically, for all of you who've been following my TRF503 journey on this channel, we did 5 videos of the car right up to our most popular video today, which was the actual running of the TRF503. But as many of you know, after that video, the plan was to start messing around with the programming card and seeing what it actually does, because I've not used one before. But unfortunately, we had a disaster which was not caught on camera, where the receiver antenna wire came loose in the car, wrapped around the centre spur gear, and the car was, I don't want to say it was flat out, but it was probably doing close to 40 miles an hour. I lost full control and it smashed into a concrete post, which ended up with me snapping the carbon chassis in half. But more importantly, I bent the full blue alloy bulkhead, that was the main disaster. Bent a lot of other things. So the whole idea of buying that car and making the videos was because all we do here is the Tamiya vintage and a few other vintage RC style cars, and I wanted to get hold of something modern because it was a learning curve for me. It was super hot brushless system, you know, as I say, programming cards. At the time it was the new LiPo saddle pack arrangement, so I had to buy all this new kit. And it was a steep learning curve for me, and fitment of electrics into a TRF503 was a nightmare. There was just no space available. Anyway, as I said, we trashed it, and I had to weigh up what I was going to do with it. A lot of you guys were saying you need to fix it and and get it up and running. I make videos of the fixing of it, and that's what I planned to do. But when we looked at the cost of it, it was going to be around £200 to fix it, and that's a lot of money. So I already had £250 in that car, which in itself was okay at the time, but to add that extra cost on and take that car up to £450, it would have just been far too much money to put into it. And as I think the majority of you guys know, when I'm done with these cars, I move them on. I operate a one out, one in system so we can keep this channel going. So I would have lost a fortune. Yes, I would have fixed it up, got a few more videos out of it, but I wouldn't have got that money back. So I took a hit. I've got a buddy in America who is TRF503 mad. I believe he's got about 6 or 7 of them. Tons of spares. He really wanted it. So I lost money on it. I sold it over to him, and I'm pleased to say it is now 100% restored back to its full carbon again. And he's just fitted the running gear in it, and that's going to be running very soon. So I'm really happy. I've lost money, but the TRF503 running video, which I'll put a link to in the description, has been this channel's most popular video by miles. So it was worth doing. So I was a bit gutted because although we'd got to the stage of buying all the gear, fitting it and running it, and that car was epic, I never got a chance to start playing. I never got a chance to start playing with the programming card, and that was sort of half the reason I wanted to do it. So I wasn't purposely looking for another 4-wheel drive competition buggy, but one kind of sort of came to me at a local selling group, and I was like humming and hawing. So this is the Kyosho Lazer ZX6.6. This is a 2016 4-wheel drive competition buggy. I don't know a great deal about it. I did a little bit of research before I bought it. There's not a bad word out there about it, apart from the cost of it. It's still a very expensive kit. Even now, you look on eBay, and I think there was 2 or 3 on eBay, and they're up at like $700-800 US. That's a lot of money. Anyway, I didn't pay anywhere near this. So this is obviously a used one. It came with a ton of spares with it as a roller. There's no electrics with it. So I thought I'm going to bite the bullet here because this is very similar to the TRF. I don't know if it's worse or if it's better. I don't know. Again, I'm not a racer. This was just for this channel for me to start using some more modern stuff and just seeing what it's all about. If this performs anywhere near how that TRF performed, then I'll be very happy. So let's have a quick look at the car and we'll see the differences from it. because there's quite a lot of differences from the TRF. So let's have a look. So all I've done to it since I got it, which was yesterday, I've just fitted the wing on it came with, and fitted my Tamiya TRF wheels and tyres, because it, as I say, it didn't come with any. So I've got to say straight away, I'm not a massive lover of this big bulky forward cab shell. I believe this is the standard body for the car, although other bodies do fit. So the first thing I want, and sorry, secondly, the wing, the angle of the wing for me is far too steep. And I'm not loving the shape of that wing. So a good buddy of mine on Facebook runs penguin bodies in the UK. So I messaged him yesterday asking, do you do a shell for it? And he does kind of a custom one for it, where it's very similar to this, but it has a fin that runs down this section, and it's got a really nice wing with it, and its prices are absolutely awesome. So in the next video when that comes, because I've got big ideas to paint a shell, but we'll talk about that later. So as I say, for me right now, given the colours of the actual sort of chassis colours and all the parts on it are really dark, and I've got this dark shell on, it doesn't look the best. So that's what she looks like with the top off. I mean, if you had a TRF503 at the side of this, you know, it would just absolutely blow it away. Obviously, a massive pull to TRF for me is the blue blingy alloy. You know, again, it's not needed. I mean, this is full of alloy parts, but they don't stand out as much as TRF. Anyway, as you can see, the main difference is straight away from a TRF. The TRF was dual belt, and the layout was straight down the centre, whereas this is dual drive shaft. Shaft driven. It's front and rear, let me get this right, yeah, it's front and rear ball diff, and this is fitted with a centre diff unit as well. This metal plate here obviously is a motor mount, and this just slides along to adjust your motor meshing. A couple of screws missing there that I need to get, but I will have. It's got some pretty nice shocks on, I have to say. They feel pretty awesome. This old car is going to need stripping down and cleaning, because it's as I say, it's being used, but I just want to get it cleaned. So I'll show you a couple of really cool things what I really like about this car that I found out so far. If you watch the TRF videos, you'll know I really struggled with the layout and getting everything fitted in the chassis. This car, although it's the same size, just because of the layout, I've got so many options. Now, two, what I would class as mega cool things about this Kyosho buggy, where the TRF, as far as I'm aware, would only take saddle pack lipos. I'm not sure if it would take a shorty, I'm pretty sure it didn't. This chassis is set up for one shorty battery, but the holes are there to get 2S lipo saddle packing, and now I don't own a shorty battery, and part of my sort of humming and hawing about buying this car was, if I have to buy a shorty battery, then it's not worth it. So anyway, as I said, I did a bit of research, and this actually can be set up for saddle pack, which is awesome. So that's one thing I have to buy for it. I'm going to get some carbon battery strays made and some aluminium towers. So we'll take this off, we'll take that plastic unit off, and then on those two holes on either side, we'll get some alloy mounts and then carbon straps, and then that'll fit all my electrics in, and obviously the batteries. So that's the first thing I've got to order, and I'll do that today. So because you can do that, at the moment this is set up for a shorty battery here and the motor to go here. Now obviously when you go saddle pack, the motor can't go. So this car is designed that you can move things about, so the motor can go at either side depending on your battery setup. And in order to do that, the steering has to change as well, which is absolutely awesome. I just love that. It gives you so much freedom in your electrics. So obviously, just to show you, if you imagine you had two batteries in there, then the motor has to go here. Now, if the motor goes here, it's going to hit the steering arm. So this bit crosses over. This bit crosses over to this side, so the arm will be here, and your steering servo there, allowing your motor that full distance. So up front we've got these Kyosho big bore shocks, fully adjustable as you would expect. Again, I'll drain the oil out and put some clean up. I'll strip them and I'll clean all the parts up. But it does feel nice, I have to say. That's the rears, you're not really being able to see those, are you? If I lift this up a little bit. That's the rear shocks, loads of travel and super smooth. One problem I have come across, it's not a problem really, is the steering. So what's happened is the wheels were at the completely wrong angle when I got it. So when I fitted the wheels on, I just altered one of the turnbuckles. But if you see here, this turnbuckle's got the standard size turnbuckles on, and this size has these mega long ones. So I just adjusted it, as I say, so I could stick it on the shelf. But in actual fact, if that's your steering centred, and obviously that's what the wheels are doing, so this turnbuckle wants to be opened right up to get the wheel straight. But I'm not too sure why this is being done. I have loads of spares of this. So I'm going to have to put the correct turnbuckle ends on this side and then re-straighten this bit up to, you know what I mean, to straighten the actual straight steering mechanism up to be true centre, and then straighten the wheels up from there. Because as it stands now, obviously you're getting full lock that way, but you're only getting that much that way because it's hitting. So that's a little bit of job to do. But as I say, I'm probably going to have to alter this unit so to put this arm on the other side anyway. So we'll do that all in one go. But apart from that, that's everything. There's front anti-roll bar fitted, quite difficult to see, and it has a rear anti-roll bar fitted as standard. As I say, I got a shed load of spares with it. Now this is set up with a centre diff unit, but I got a spare with it, and again, I don't know if it belongs to this car, but I'll just show you it quickly. When I was routing through the box of spares, I found this. So obviously this is the centre drive, but it's actually a clutch unit as opposed to just a centre diff. So you've got your adjustable nut there. Now obviously the cups on it are way longer, so I need to, as I say, it might not be for this car, but I'm just guessing because I've got so much spares that it actually is. Now looking at it, if you line the cog up, now because this is so long, it can't go that way. So it would have to fit there, which, as I say, I've got a shed load of drive shafts with it, so it may well be that it takes a longer drive shaft here and a shorter one at this end. But again, it's something for the future that I'm quite happy with it to run with the centre diff as it is now. As I said, came with a ton load of spares. So we've got the body you've seen with the wing that's fitted on the car. We also got this shell and wing. We got two metal chassis, which is pretty cool. And then we got two tubs of plastic spares, and there's a lot of metal stuff in there as well. I've got the servo mounts are in there, so that's cool. I'll have to make the servo arm up, but I have spare turnbuckles. We have a lot of different pitched centre spur gears, which is awesome, because I want to mirror the gearing I did on the TRF, and from memory I can't honestly remember what it was. I think it was roughly like a 92 spur and 25 tooth pinion. These are 48 DP, but again, we've got all that stuff. But there's a shed load of different options in there to try, which is awesome. They're the sides of the chassis, and they're brand new, so I may fit them while I'm stripping it down. We'll fit some new Velcro on when the new shell comes. So let's look at the running gear we're going to be putting back in it. Right, so that's the electrics that we use on the TRF. So it's a Hobby Wing combo, Hobby Wing Quick Run 3650. So that's actually a 5.5 motor. The KV is 59,050. Extremely quick motor. As I said, I bought it as a combo unit. Now it's only a 60 amp, and a lot of guys were saying you need 120. I'm guessing you're right, but I do know that this 60 amp runs this pretty well, and this thing was ballistic. So I'm going to go with that because I don't want to spend more money on 160 amp speedo. Problem I'm going to have is these wires were cut so short for space saving in the TRF. And obviously they're going to be too short, because we 100% know, because of the battery layout, the motor's going to go down this side. This plate's going to move to the other side, so it's going to be, where is it going to be? Just line it up. So it's going to be around there. Quite tight fit. Obviously, as I say, we'll move that steering over. I'm guessing these two holes here are for the servo mounts. So servo's going to go in there. And then we'll have this space here, because the LiPo is going to end there. So we're going to have this space here, and that's where that's going to go roughly there. So yep, definitely going to have to extend those motor wires. But hey ho, it's not a biggie. So that's pretty much that for the electric. So finally, what I'm going to do with the new body shell and wing. What I should have said is it feels super smooth. Obviously you don't have that belt sound that TRF does. Don't know if belt's any better than shaft, no idea, but we will see. It just feels really good. Anyway, as I say, I want this paint job absolutely in your face. So I've just completed the paint job on the Schumacher Cat XLS Masami replica, which was 3 colours. So I'm happy to try something a little bit different with this. So what I'm planning on doing right now is minimum of 2 colours. I'm going to see if I can get hold of some star like stencils, not star decals, if I can buy a pack of slightly different sizes. And the first thing I want to do is do an arrangement of stars to cover this unit here. So I'll put those on first, and then what I'm thinking is kind of maybe starting just over the cab. I'm going to mask it off. I want to separate in black line. It's going to be really bright pink on the front, and then I'm going to go for PS16 blue on the back, that metallic Avanti blue, because I think that and the pink goes really well together. So as I say, there's going to be a thin black line. It'll go straight across the cab, and obviously not miss out the window. And then I'm going to bring it back at an angle here, and then I'm going to follow one of these body lines. Now I don't know which one it'll be. Probably be this one. So I'll bring it down at an angle, and then I'll bring the black line up to there. So you're going to have all here is going to be bright pink, and the bright pink will follow all the way. And then this side will be the Avanti blue, but obviously we'll have stars in the middle. And what I'm thinking is like an luminous sort of lime yellowy colour. If I can manage to do that, this thing I believe will look epic. I'm also going to try source, well, I know I can source from eBay some Kyosho decals. There's a company who basically puts whatever colours you want on, and you can get some real sort of neon colours. So I only want 2 sort of large Kyoshos, one for either side and possibly one for the spoiler. I've got a few other decals, racing decals left over, which I can use. Now I know a lot of racing guys go for the clear wing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to paint it to match these. So as I say, pink, blue. So one colour on the main wing is going to be one of those colours, and then I'm thinking to do the sides and maybe the back. I'll have to see what lines the new wing has, but I'm kind of thinking the main wing body here all pink all the way up to the back, and then maybe if it's got a line like this, then we'll go with the Avanti blue sides and maybe just the matching blue across at the back. Again with some star stickers on there that we peel off, and then we do like a really luminous colour. So it's just a thought in my head at the moment, but the picture I have would look pretty epic, but it's whether my painting skills can do that or not. So as you can see guys, plenty to do. I'm, as a majority you know, I'm over here visiting Canada at the moment. So this YouTube channel is kind of weather dependent. We're in the middle of summer now, but obviously I've got bits, I've got to wait for the body shell, I've got to have these battery stays and brackets made. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I need all those things here before we can start it. So I'm under the clock a little bit I'm on the clock I should say, to hopefully get this out in good weather, because once winter comes it's game over really, and it'll just be sat on the shelf for 5 months. So I'm going to rush it. So next video we'll get it all stripped down, we'll get the shocks and everything refilled, cleaned, refilled, we'll get the steering sorted out to the right side. We'll also, once we get the battery compartments made for us, we'll get that fitted, and then we'll get all the electrics in and ready to go. And then I think the third video will be me doing the shell and wing. And then the fourth video, in theory, is us taking it out for its first blast. And as I said, if this is anything like the TRF503, it is going to be epic. Again, check the description out for that 503 running video, it's epic. And then, this is where I wanted to take it a step further, then get the programming card involved and learn how to do it, because as I say, I've never used one before. Anyway guys, I've rattled on long enough. I know a lot of you guys, I thought when I got the Fiat 503, I thought a lot of you guys weren't going to go for it, because that was a 2014 model, although it was Tamiya. But I can tell from your comments a lot of you guys run these modern buggies as well, so I'm hoping that you're going to like this. So once again guys, thanks for watching, it's really appreciated. If you are new to this channel, first things first, please smash that notification bell for our weekly videos. That really helps this channel out. And as always guys, happy RCing.